I also found it interesting that the first episode of Get Smart was in black and white, but the first series of Jeannie was in black and white. How did you feel about that? You must have been thinking, hang on, guys.
Absolutely. The first 13 shows were in black and white, not the first series. The first year, the second year, I was pregnant. That was the whole thing. And I guess they thought I was going to die or something. So they didn't want to spend the money on the color.
How
They
did
did the first 13 were black and white, and after that it was color.
How did you manage to be Jeannie with that outfit and be pregnant?
I looked like a walking tent. I had more scarves and more tricks. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And I was so happy.
Oh, you are. You're pregnant, of course.
I was very happy.
Did they're speaking about shooting around things like that. 99. You were taller than Don Adams. So did they have to do things to get you squeezed into the camera?
Yes, I had to do things to get me squeezed down to a size that was compatible with Max.
What line?
Like what? Like, well, I would twist my foot under, I would push my hip out, I would slouch, and then I could actually look up to him in the close-ups. And I've said this 100 times, but I was the only actress in Hollywood with calluses on her ankles.
Didn't he ever stand on the box?
No, but we dug holes for me. I got so frustrated one day because the height thing seemed to be all my problem, not his, and then I just once I just said, "Will someone get an apple box for Don to stand on?"
Good for you.
And everyone applauded.
Except Don, right?
Well, he had a great sense of humor.
Did he?
He was okay.
Was this
No, he kidded me about it mostly.
Yeah.
Was this a regular problem in Hollywood? I'm thinking Tom Cruise, I'm thinking Alan Ladd going back to the 50s. I mean, are a lot of the leading men quite short?
Yes.
Yeah?
Many are.
Do you think?
Oh yeah.
I think that it mattered more in 1965 than it probably would today. That the girl was taller than the guy.
But they usually used apple boxes. The guys didn't mind.
Yeah.
The ones I worked with.
Mm.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
didn't
it
care.
wasn't that big a difference, but it was probably a couple of inches, which...
Did you run into a bit of sexist stuff like that? That hey, this is your problem. You're the female, so.
I don't know. I didn't think of it that way because the program was so sort of liberal. No, but I accepted the fact that I was doing the misdemeanor by being taller than the guy, because that was the leftover from the 1950s, where you were very, very careful to protect the ego of the man.
Of the male.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and I think